Hey, this is Zero Sum and welcome back to FTL. Currently doing a NGA run on normal difficulty. Last time we just went through I think it was a slug controlled nebula we just went through, yeah. Which was relatively uneventful. We did manage to pick up a cloak though. So we've got some of the equipment that we need for the flagship fight, but we still need to pick up a few weapons. Let's have a quick look at our ship. Yeah, we've got the Burst Laser 1 and the Combat 2. That's the only offensive weapon we've got, so we really do need to pick up another weapon. We've got 2 shields and the cloak, so we should be good against most ships for a little while. But yeah, I think picking up another weapon is probably going to be a priority here. Let's head on to the Rebel Stronghold. And let's see what we've got. Make sure we can actually get to the exit. Which is okay, we have to go down. Okay, let's go straight down. There is not much of interest nearby. A small sun in the distance with a few orbiting planets in nearby space provide little of interest. Into the nebula. We did pick up a slug crew member as well at the start of the previous sector. So even when we're within nebulas, we can still see the interior of enemy ships. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it is impossible to tell what is inside. Cloaking. We don't successfully sneak by. They've got a halberd, which is kind of scary, and they've got a burst too, which is kind of scary as well. We can always cloak through there. Yeah, they've got 2 shots, so we can actually do this. Take one of those shields off, take the medbay off, take the oxygen off, go to the Combat 2, lock onto their shields. Yeah, let's try and get their shields down first. We'll cloak through their first burst shock. And we also need to get the second shield up as well. Let's cloak through that. And then we need to get that second shield up for their halberd beam shot. Good, cloaking down. Weapon shot would be nice right about now, guys, please. Perfect. No damage taken. And we get 41 scrap, and the station gives us a halberd beam. 23 scrap and a halberd beam, nice. Well, that is probably going to be the end game weapon configuration, although we might want to swap out the burst 2 for something a little bit better, and probably get some more drones as well. But halberd beam is pretty hard to go past that as far as weapons is concerned. It might be worth trying to squeeze out one more weapons capacity here, just so we can get the Iron Blast 2 and the halberd beam online together. That's a pretty lethal combo. Yeah, let's try and squeeze out one more weapons capacity here. That'll let us run halberd with the Iron Blast. Perfect option so we don't suffocate. And let's run like that for a little while, see if that works. Ooh, Plasma Storm, not good. We may have to swap around our weapons here. You jump into the middle of a Plasma Storm. Do we want to search the wreckage? We can lose a crew member. Let's avoid the risk, because we can lose a crew member there, which I do not want to do. And let's jump on straight away. Get the heck out of there. Stumble across the forward scout of the rebel fleet. We're probably going to come across a lot of rebels in this sector. Preparing up to FTL, we're probably going to need to... Got some decent weapons. I've also got a boarding party. We've got a Mantis on board, we can sort of deal with them, but we'll put this guy down to doors, and we'll use our Mantis to murder these guys when they come on board. Very, very, very poor decision on their part. Good. Let's get the Iron Blast firing. That's the first thing. I want to get the combat drone on as well, so let's turn that on. Do we need the cloak here? We do need the cloak, so we'll turn that on as well. We've got 1 shield. Probably better to have the power into engines though, for the evasion, I think. Yep, that'll do. We want to get see if the Iron Blast and the combat drone. We just need to get the first halberd beam shot away, then we should be fine. Okay, let's get you out of there. He's still trying to go into weapons. Let's cloak through their missile shot. 80% evasion. Fingers crossed that misses. Their shields are almost down. The missile misses. Excellent. Might even just put this guy down there and vent the weapons as well. Let's vent weapons from the top of the ship. Auctions off, so that should vent relatively quickly. Halberd beam's almost ready. Let's make sure their shield's down though. Okay, shield's definitely down. We want to get their weapons offline and we want to stop them from jumping away. So let's go across the bottom of their ship with halberd beam. 2 damage per room. Excellent. Just about dead. There they go. Let's turn our medbay back on. We can turn the combat drone off now. Medbay and oxygen back on. Ship breaks apart. We get 3 fuel, 1 drone part and 33 scrap. Back to shields. 40 scrap. Enough for more reactor power. We're probably ultimately going to work towards getting another, well, basically all of the weapons capacity unlocked, which is another 190 scrap. That's quite a bit of scrap. Let's jump on though. I don't think I'll get anything quite at the moment. The AI of a nearby small rebel scout immediately identifies you as a threat and engages. 3 shields. They've got hacking, which we cannot do anything about. We just have to see what they hack. They're trying to get away as well. They've got crazy weaponry. Oh my god. They've got 2 burst 2s. It might be worth... I mean, we can time our cloak unless they hack that. Let's actually get the... Shields are not going to be any use anyway, so let's turn them down to 1. Let's get some spare power for the combat drone. Let's iron blast their shields. We're going to cloak through their first burst 2 shot. They're going for medbay. Okay, that's fine. Let's get ready to cloak through their burst 2 shot here. Yes. Let's turn off the oxygen. Let's power... Let's turn off... Actually, let's leave the oxygen on. Let's turn off this shield. Go for full engines. And let's go for a cloak. What does it give us? 85% evasion. Hopefully that's enough. 1 hit. I'll take that. That's a fair swap. We don't actually really need shields at all if I'm going to be running the cloak too. But we'll put them back on temporarily, I suppose. We have to wait for their shields to be down, then we'll fire the halberd beam. We should be okay. Fingers crossed. Shields down. Halberd beam time. We want to stop them from getting away, and we want to stop them from firing as well. So hacking through to piling is probably the best option to go for. And hacking is not really a priority, so... I definitely want to stop them from firing though, so let's go hacking through to piloting. Let's do that. Good. Piling is down. Let's move the iron blast perhaps over to their weapons for a little while. Fingers crossed the combat drone hits it as well. Okay. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, I think. Let's... I need to get a couple of power to handle this thing. I could turn the combat drone off for a second, I suppose. And rely on the iron blast, maybe. There's no damage to their shield at the moment, is the only problem. Let's put the iron blast back onto their shields. It's going to take a little while for the second shield to come back up again as well. So what we'll do is turn the oxygen off, get that second shield up, and then we'll steal power from the combat drone to power the engines when they fire. It's going to be momentarily. Here comes the shots. Cloak is not available. So let's temporarily take power of the combat drone, power up the engines to full. Might as well put power and oxygen as well, I suppose. Doesn't really matter at the moment. 1 miss, 2 miss. Perfect. Okay. Power back into the combat drone. Let's keep the iron blast on their weapons now. The next halberd beam shot will finish them off. Well, the combat drone did the job for us. Power back to engines, power back to oxygen. Ship breaks apart, and we get 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 24 scrap, which is not that much, but a backup DNA bank I don't really need. But if we can find a store, we can offload that for a little bit of scrap. Yep. 64. Okay. We want to start working towards some more shields and engines as well, I think. 3 shields and a little bit more engine power would be nice. I'm still feeling a little bit underpowered on the weapon side, to be honest. So maybe we'll try and pick up some more weapons as well. Pick up an automated message from a nearby space station. There appears to be a local shipwright that can perform emergency work on military ships. Specialty, upgrade the reactor for some scrap. Do we want to do that? It's a cheaper upgrade than we can do, so yeah, let's do it. I wasn't planning on spending scrap, but that's a pretty cheap upgrade. Well, I think we're at the 30 level now, yeah. So that's 13 scrap that we saved doing that, which lets us actually power up the Combat 2 drone a little bit more easily as well. Maybe even potentially get that burst online. If we can pick up 190 scrap all of a sudden. Be nice. I think if we had that burst 1 online, I think that would be... it'd be much easier to fight ships if we had the burst laser as well. You arrive in an asteroid belt to discover that a rebel automated scout has been stationed here. Prepare for a fight. They've got a Combat 2. Scary, scary. We've got a Combat 2. I might go for a initial cloak here as well. See if we can do some damage to their ship. Yeah, we'll wait until our shields get low, then we'll go for a cloak. Let's boost our evasion. Actually, I want to get that combat drone on. Let's do this. And let's start firing the Iron Blast to their shields straight away. We want to get their shields down so the asteroids start doing damage to them. Our shields are down, so we'll go for an initial cloak. And Iron Blast firing. There goes their drone system, hopefully, any second. Damage to our weapons. No, that's not good. I want to leave my ENGI on the engines because we need our evasion as high as we can get it. And our halberd beams offline as well. Let's put the burst laser on instead and target their weapons or shields. Probably drones, to be honest. There goes our cloaking. No, that's not good. Okay, ship destroyed. We took a lot of damage though, wow. 2 fuel, 1 drone part and 34 scrap. Let's get everything repaired here. Turn our oxygen back on. We definitely need to find a store to get a little bit of repair done. And we've got a couple of crew members that need healing as well. Let's put the halberd beam back on. The only problem with the halberd beam is it does take a long time to charge up. You arrive at the beacon and find yourself in a huge rebel shipyard, scaffolding and construction drones filling the sector. The entire system looks devoted to ship construction. The nearby planets and moons ruthlessly mine to harvest resources for a ship of immense size. I wonder what that could be. Look around. Here we go. The second rebel flagship that hasn't been completed yet. We've got a cloak, so we can handle their missiles at least. 3 shields. We're going to need the combat drone here, so we're going to have to depower our oxygen and our med bay. Power up the combat drone. Let's see if we can do this with just the 2 shields. Let's try and do it with what we've got there. We're going to get borders here in a second as well. Not in a good location actually event, so we'll actually fight them hand to hand. Let's lock the Iron Blast on. Try and get their shields down as quickly as possible. They've gone back to their ship. Cowards. Miss, miss. I just want to get the shields down so I can fire the halberd beam. Okay, let's cloak. Let's fire the halberd beam. We want to take their weapons down if we can. Actually, we can do a lot of damage on this ship. 4 rooms. Is there a possible 5-room sweep with the halberd beam on this ship? Don't know if there is. 4 rooms, maybe the maximum. The weapon I'd really want to take down is their missile system, so let's do that. Probably their piloting as well. 1 hits. Ooh, took a bit of damage. Their missile system is down now though. Let's put the Iron Blast on what? Probably their weapon. They're doing repairs on their weapon system as well there. Excellent, we should be able to finish my current. Just a few more shots here. Took a little bit of damage though. Do we get something nice? Please tell me we get something nice. We do. While the second flagship was not yet finished, it doesn't make the battle any less of a victory, and you've crippled the rebels' fleet strength considerably. Well, you don't overstay your welcome. You quickly salvage choice bits of metal drones and even an unusual object or 2 from the wreckage and prepare to jump. 5 fuel, which we needed, 5 missiles, 5 drone parts, 50 scrap, wow. And a small bomb, which we might sell. And the fleet is delayed by 2 jumps as well. And we've just unlocked the Fed Cruiser as well, nice. That was the Fed Cruiser quest. We'll probably do that one for the next one, I think, the Fed Cruiser. 131 scrap. Do we have a store nearby? No, we don't. I really want a store so I can get some repairs done. Feeling a little bit vulnerable at the moment. Let's put our auction back on so we don't suffocate. We'll wait for the auction to come back and get these crew members healed up while we wait for that to happen. Okay, let's jump on. Delayed for 2 jumps, so let's go down here and see if one of these 2 beacons is a store. Fingers crossed. A rebel ship is patrolling this beacon and immediately turns to engage as your crew scramble to battle readiness. Sensors detect a short-range teleporter signal and intruders on board. Is he trying to surrender or is he going to blow us up? Flushed and panicky rebel soldier has teleported aboard. Reject his offer. I think there's a risk of losing a crew member if we do that. Weapons-wise, we can't launch our combat drone because they've got an anti-combat drone. They've got a missile which we can cloak through. I think we're going to be relying on the Iron Blast and our cloak here, I think, most likely. We could switch out to the Burst Laser as well. Take the Iron Blast off. Go for an Iron Blast 2 Burst Laser combo instead. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be safer. We've got the cloak as well, okay, let's do that. Let's Iron Blast. I want to try and get down their weapons if we can. Let's actually lock onto their weapons. Let this run for a little while, see what happens. We'll cloak through their missile shot at the last possible moment. They've got a system repair drone, which is going to make matters a little bit tricky. The missile system's still online for them. We're going to take 1 missile shot here at least. Shot to doors. I will take that, that'll be fine. Let's get our slug to repair that though. Whoa, time to go crazy with the combat drone. And it misses. Curses, let's cloak through their shot. Let's power the engines a little bit. Let's target their drone system before this thing wakes up completely. Nice, 2 shots. What are the chances? Let's switch back to their shields. Send everyone back to stations. More shots from them. Let's boost our evasion if we can. Which we can't. We'll take it on the shields instead. They're offering a surrender. 5 missiles, 1 drone part, 22 scrap. I don't need missiles and 22 scrap is really low, so no. I think we only took 1 damage in this fight, so it's not too bad. Let's put our auction back on before we suffocate. We get 3 fuel and 32 scrap from them instead. Put the auction back on. Good. Store please, no stores. Doesn't look like we're going to get a store. Let's go to the exit. I was hoping for a store for the repairs, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to find one. There might be some... Ooh, scrap. We don't need missile. Let's get some scrap. No stores at all. We can grab 1 more beacon, maybe. There is a chance we'll get a pop-up store, so we might as well go visit another beacon before we go to the exit, I suppose. Although an asteroid field is not the best place to go to. Especially with the ship with the cloak. 2 bombs, some sort of iron weapon, not sure exactly what that one is, and a chain laser as well. Interesting. Let's try and get our combat 2 powered up here if we can, without depowering too much. Let's go for the auction, that's reasonably charged up at the moment. Perfect, just perfect. At least that frees up that power, I suppose. Let's put power to engines instead, get the Iron Blast firing, and let's try and take down their shields. What do I want to cloak through here? Let's just cloak, do an initial cloak, till our combat 2 is back at least. If I can get their shields down, we might be okay here. Wow, look at all that iron weaponry coming our way. This could be bad. Let's take up the auction, let's go for the combat 2 again. Ooh, cloak time. No, it's not cloak time. Hopefully some of their shots misses. Ship destroyed, and we're in such a state at the moment. We've only got 4 hull remaining. Let's try and get that shield repaired. Let's send everybody to the shield room, get these shields repaired. We've still got iron damage on the shields as well. Let's cloak, just to be safe. Ship explodes, we get 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 43 scrap. What I really need is a store. Can we come back from this? We've got 4 hull points remaining. That's pretty much the end of the sector for us as well, I think. Yep. Oh, we can grab one more. It's kind of risky to take one more beacon, but let's do it. Oh my goodness, it's very risky. Intruders on board. I think we'll just charge up the FTL and jump with these guys on board. Everybody, murder, quickly. Murderize them as quickly as possible, please. Our engines will charge quickly enough to get away before the solar flare goes up, so we should be okay here. Just a waste of time more than anything else. Oh, we've got a store. Oh my god. Not worth it. It's not worth it. We'd have to fight the rebel fleet to get out of the sector, so it's definitely not worth it. Let's get these guys healed up one more time. And then we'll move on to the next sector. 251 scrap, so we've got plenty of scrap to afford repairs, we just don't have the stores to do them at. Back to stations. What do we have coming up in the next sector? Let's have a look. Zoltan controlled, ENGI controlled. I think because we're in an ENGI ship, we'll go through the ENGI controlled sector next. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.